Hello everybody, I am Baltmatrix, and today we are taking a look at VNR Optimus Prime. This Volvo Optimus Prime is a repaint of the Holiday Prime that came out at the end of 2022. I have already reviewed that figure. This is just a repaint of that figure in the traditional Optimus Prime colors with a properly colored trailer. So let's go ahead, open it up, and take a look. The figure, its gun, and its trailer are packaged in the box like this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ties, and they can all be easily clipped off on the back. I appreciate the 100% recyclable packaging and the fact that these ties are very easy to snip off with scissors or clips. Out of the box, the Volvo truck mode is very attractive and looks absolutely stunning. I love the paint that's done on the rims. We've got blue for the, well, I guess these are the, I almost said trash can. No, that's not right. Gas tanks. And then blue step. And then the entire cab is bright red with black. And then the beautiful little Volvo logo we've got there on the front of the cab. See, the Volvo logo, it is there, it's just really tiny. The overall aesthetic works incredibly well, and I like this version a lot more than the holiday version, which I have right here off camera. And the holiday version isn't bad at all, but I like the new red version a lot more. I just think it works better for the mold. And I mean, come on, if it's going to be Optimus Prime, it needs to be a blue and red truck. The underside kibble is also, I think, painted better. Instead of being black, we've got the blue with gray for the knees, and then the arms, well, they're pretty much the same. Except there's a difference in the color. We've got red, and then gray, and then red and yellow, where we have red, 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 yellow, and then the little white at the cuffs. The trailer itself is also nice. I really do appreciate the sticker going down the line here with the little Autobot symbol, and I prefer the gray or silver trailer to what we got before, which was this candy striped trailer. I mean, yes, it's obviously a Christmas trailer, but I like the gray one better. But the gray one doesn't have the Autobot symbol with a Santa hat. I'm sorry, that is just perfect. Unfortunately, like the other trailer, there's not much going on here. It's literally just a plastic box with the little robot. Though, thankfully, the little robot isn't the same color as the rest of the box. It's actually dual chromatic. There is a lot of good molding detail on the little robot or drone, but there's no paint. It's just solid black. I would much rather there have been just a little bit of blue paint here for the, just breaking up the color. And the back is completely hollow. But otherwise, yeah, it's a cute little robot. And then you've got the wonderful molding inside that, with the gray plastic, shows up a lot better than the white. And you've got the two-tone grays going here. Lighter gray for the actual box, and then the bed of the trailer is a much darker gray. And then we have the shield / tailgate of the, or I should say tail door of the alt mode of the trailer that is in all black as opposed to the stark white that the holiday version was. Underneath the trailer, we have the hitch all the way back, and then we've got the stands that hold the trailer up, and then the gun pegs into the bottom of the trailer, or you could peg it on the inside of the trailer. You could peg it wherever you can fit it, wherever your heart desires. So you may be wondering, how does this trailer compare to the Earthrise one? This is how. The Earthrise one is up here on top, and then this is the new one. First, notice that the wheels are exactly the same. Then the wheels are connected to pieces that on the Earthrise is light gray, and on the new Volvo one is completely black. Next, the actual plastic used for the trailer bits is a lighter gray than the new Volvo one. The stripe is lighter blue with white inside for the new one, and then the old one is, well, it's lacking the white and it's a darker blue. Other than that, the pieces are all exactly the same, they're just cast in different colors. While I do love this alt mode, there is one major issue that I have with it, and that's the fact that there's nowhere to plug in any extra weapons or anything. There are no 5mm ports anywhere on this figure in this mode. I mean, Siege and Earthrise at least have 2 on the side, and I suspect that has to do with Volvo being the licensee here. They don't want their product to be represented in that fashion. A cool little nod that I never noticed on the original figure is the Matrix is viewable in the rear window. Yeah, it's totally viewable in both of them. In fact, the green plastic makes it even easier to see. Alright friends, it is time for the transformation, and this transformation is a little bit difficult, but once you get the general flow of it, it makes sense. To start off with, come to the smokestack and fold it out along the side of the cab. Come to the very back of the cab and get your fingers on the sides there and then pull the rear of the cab mode away from the rest of the cab, like that. Come down to the gas tanks and pull them away from the body. Come to the other side of the vehicle mode and fold up the elbows, and then that will allow you to fold out the arms and just leave them pointing out like that. It doesn't matter if you bend the elbows or not. I'm just doing that to get them out of the way. While we're still underneath the vehicle mode, grab the front of the cab and split it in half. Come up to the front of the vehicle mode and pull the grille away from the front of the vehicle, and then fold those grills out to the far sides like that. Essentially, you're butterflying the front of the vehicle mode. Take the front of the vehicle mode and split it as far apart as you can. Then these blue panels will fold out. That will then allow you to take the entire front of the cab and flip it all the way around to form the leg. And when you do this, what I like to do is push it all the way so the knee bends all the way around like that. So then that's where the cab was, and that's where we are currently. Come to the back of the cab and push the feet all the way around, and then fold out the toe and fold out the heel. With the knee bent like that, we can then come to the gas tank, pull it around, then bend it and fold it up, and that will become the part of the bottom shin. Take the grill section and flip it over and then pull the grill down a little bit, and then you want to get the grill bent forward such that the blue piece, when you slide this blue piece over, that little plastic tab will slide into the channel at the bottom of the grill, essentially the bumper, and then you can straighten the leg out. On the other side, we will fold the leg all the way around and down, push the foot through the cab, fold out the toes and fold out the heels. Grab the gas tank, fold it in, bend it, and then push it up and it will snap into place. Take the grill section and flip it around and bend it forward. Take that blue tab and fold it in and it'll snap into place like that. And then straighten out the leg. Now come to the crotch area and take the entire rear of the vehicle mode and push it back like that. And that will allow us to flip up the crotch such like that, and take the legs and fold them and put them into position. And now we'll get on with the torso. There are these two little tabs underneath the chest that fold in to form Prime's grill in his tummy. Come to that front chest section and fold it down a little bit, and there are these mud flaps that are in front of the back wheels. Fold them down over the shoulders and then push the chest back up, and the chest will plug into those mud flaps. And when doing that, we can then take the arms and bring them up and snap them into place to form the shoulders. You can open up the forearms and flip out the fists. Come on, really, you can flip out the fists. They are in there. Now for the head reveal. Take the hitch and push it back as far as it'll go, and that will allow you to fold the entire section down, revealing the head, which we can then turn around. Come to the backpack and take the wheels, and they will collapse up into the back like that, and then the whole backpack will come in and slide into those grooves right there. And finally, take the mud flaps and the rear bumper and fold them up underneath those rear wheels. And we are done. The version of Optimus Prime that we end up with here is probably one of my favorites that we've gotten in the past few years. The coloring is so good. The blue and the red are so vibrant. The dark silvers and grays work well. The yellows pop. And overall, it just looks absolutely fantastic. Plus, this version of Optimus Prime's head is probably one of my favorite of all time. It really does remind me of the way I remember the Generation 1 Prime head looking in the cartoon. The baby blue eyes, the black that is around those eyes, the bright silver face and faceplate, the dark blue and the darker gray / silver that's in the crest or the top of the head. It's all just absolutely perfect for me. It's very funny seeing these two figures together because it just amazes me how different paint choices can really, really make the figure feel different. This one is obviously supposed to be Santa Prime. I mean, obviously that's what it was made for, but it definitely feels like a different figure than this official Optimus figure. And I think that's because of the way the paint is done, especially in the arms. These arms and shoulder bits are all cast in the gray plastic and then painted with several coats of red. And this isn't just regular red, this is glossy red. You could see it reflecting in my lights. And it just works as opposed to the much more muted red and non-glossy red we have over here, where also this figure, the holiday figure, his head is super glossy, and this Prime head is glossy, but nowhere near the level of gloss that this guy has. Again, to me, they feel like two completely different figures because of the paint. That's not true. They are exactly the same dang thing, but they feel different. To open the chest up to reveal the Matrix, there's a little notch at the very top of the middle of the chest that you could pull down and reveal the Matrix of Leadership. This version of the Matrix of Leadership is probably my favorite from the past couple of years. It's the only one that truly makes me feel like this is from the movie. The shape is right, the colors are right, and then we've got some more Matrix, the Shattered Glass Matrix and the Ho-Ho Holiday Prime Matrix. And then here's the Gamer Edition Matrix. And finally, we have the Matrix that comes with Commander Class Hot Rod and the Matrix that comes with Commander Class Rodimus Prime. Posability of our Prime is pretty darn good. Head is on a ball joint, shoulders are on swivels, there are hinges underneath, there's a bicep swivel, bend at the elbow is 90 degrees, fists are on ball joints, yay! Torso swivel is present, legs can kick forward and can kick back at 90 degrees, there is a thigh swivel, there is a kick out. Yes, the figure can do the splits. There is a nice bend at the knee, and there are technically two joints there, but one's for the transformation and can only move forward a little bit. And then the feet do have ankle rockers at, well, if that's not 90 degrees, I don't know what is. Prime comes with his ion cannon. It's the same ion cannon that the Holiday Prime came with and the Earthrise mode Prime came with. And unlike the Earthrise mode, it's all black. It's not gray painted black. There is an issue, though. These fists are cast in black plastic and painted blue. That extra paint makes it very difficult to get the handle into the hand. And every time I do it, I end up popping the front of the cannon off. And the front of this cannon in the black plastic is really weak. The joint that the cannon folds up on is very weak and pops off very easily. Thanks to the excellent posability, we can just get this guy in some beautiful poses, and this is by far my favorite. Just this, I'm getting ready to start something pose. Alright, size comparison time. We have already seen him with Holiday 2022 Prime, Kingdom Optimus Primal, Siege Soundwave, Kingdom Dinobot, ROTB Barricade, Legacy Crosscut, Gamer Edition Optimus Prime, Siege Galaxy Prime, Earthrise Evil Prime, Legacy Armada Megatron, Legacy Happy Dragon Man, Buzzworthy Bumblebee Studio Series 102 Optimus Prime, and Commander Class Rodimus Prime. This figure's great. Just plain old great. It's one of the great Prime figures that we've gotten in a while. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's great. It's so much fun. And it's got a lot of weapon placement, too. Fists, obviously. 2 holes on one on each shoulder. 1 on the back of each forearm. 1 in the middle of the back. Technically, these honeycombs, you can fit a 5mm port in, or weapon in, and then on the bottom of each feet. There are 2 on the toes and 1 on each heel. Nice. So that means there's a lot of fun to be had with this guy. You can just armor him up like crazy. And yeah, he would be a Decepticon's worst nightmare at this point. Transformation back into vehicle mode is a little bit tricky, but it's totally doable. To start off with, turn the head all the way around 180 degrees, come to the backpack and unpeg the backpack and fold out the rear wheels while also folding out the bumper. Flip that whole section up over the head and close the hitch over the head like that. Come down to the fists and push down on the fists to open up the forearms and fold them up into the forearms. And that's really easy. I prefer to have the actual like fingers or the fist fold in that way. That just makes it easier for me when I transform it back into robot mode. Grab the chest and pull the entire chest forward. Flip up the mud flaps. Oh, I forgot to take the I forgot to take the Prime swords out of his keister. And then bring the legs down and grab the crotch and bring that piece front of the crotch down. And then we can just kind of leave the chest folded forward and jump inside and flip out these little tabs. And the reason you want to flip these tabs out is because if you don't, it makes pushing this part up against the back of the cab a lot harder than it should be. Point the arms straight back and then unpeg the shoulders, flipping the arms underneath the trailer hitch like that. Come down to the feet and fold the heels up, and then fold the feet up. Split the legs apart. Grab the blue panels and flip them out. And they have to unpeg to flip them out. Unpeg the shins and fold them forward, and then fold them all the way out to the sides of the vehicle mode. Do that on this side, like that. Push the feet up into the cab section, like that. Grab the knees and fold them out, like that. And then we can flip the legs up onto themselves, like so. Come inside and fold up those blue panels, and they will lightly snap into place. Bring the front of the vehicle mode around, which is the knee cover, and flip up the grille and put them in place. And I did it again. I have done this a couple of times at this point. The little hinge here on the blue pieces is small, and if you put too much pressure on it, it will just pop off. That happens to me all the time on the Holiday Prime. Just be wary of that. Then straighten out the cabin, or the cab, and bring those two halves together. Take the little chest piece and push that up into the back of the cab. Now, I like to fold the arms out and then put them out to the sides like that. Fold up the elbows and then swing the arms in, and they will snap into place, or the shoulders will snap into place. And then the arms will fold down and just rest back there. But there are little tab holes on the inside of the gas tanks that when they fold down, they will peg into those forearms. So just get those pegged into place. And then the last steps are take those mud flaps, flip them down in front of the wheels, take the gas tanks, flip them in, and peg them into place. And last but by no means least, take the smokestack, which is nice and silver, and fold it behind the cab. And we're done. Volvo Prime is absolutely fantastic. I love this figure. It is available at the Hasbro Pulse, but it's not cheap. That's the thing I really don't like about it. It's just too expensive. If they sold it without the trailer, I think that would be pretty good, because if you've got Earthrise Prime, then you've got a trailer. You don't need anything else. But they are selling it with a trailer, so that ups the price a bit. So folks, let me know what you think of Volvo Prime down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I have been Baltmatrix, and I will catch you all next time.